Kia ora everyone and welcome to my kitchen. For tonight I am making pumpkin and ricotta cannelloni. And here is my finished dish here. Enjoy! Right, let's get started. So I've preheated my oven to 190 degrees and I have greased a ceramic baking dish. Now we're going to get ready to do our pumpkin. So on top of my Thermomix I'm putting the Varoma. The Varoma is what we use when we steam. It comes with the Thermomix. And with the Varoma you actually steam on two different levels. But what I'm going to do is, because we're only dealing with 300 grams of pumpkin, I'm just going to steam in the main base. So into my Varoma I'm adding my 300 grams of chopped pumpkin. Just going to put the lid on. And into our bowl I'm going to put in my onion. So I've got two small onions here, halved. I'm also going to add in my garlic paste. So this is a garlic paste that I made in the Thermomix. And it saves me having to buy jarred garlic from the supermarket, and I know exactly what's in it. So now we're just going to chop them down. And what I've got now is just my chopped onion and garlic. I'm going to now add into this 20 grams of olive oil. Just going to reset my scales and weigh the olive oil straight in the bowl. Oh, a bit too much. Most Thermomix recipes are extremely forgiving, so if you put in a bit too much or a bit too little, it's fine. I don't have fresh sage left, so what I'm doing is putting in a good sprinkling of dried sage. When I'm frying this off, I'm leaving the measuring cup off, and this is going to allow all the steam to escape. Okay, so our onion mixture has been frying off for 5 minutes now. Oh, and it smells oniony and sagey. It's just so good, guys. So our next step is we're going to add to our mixture a can of chopped tomatoes. $50 grams of tomato paste. 150 grams of water. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of water in the diced tomato can, squish it round, reset my scales, and add in my 150 grams. I'm also going to add in 30 grams of my veggie stock paste. So again, this is the veggie stock paste is a fresh paste you make with Thermomix. It uses salt as its preservative, and it's all just full of fresh veggies which have been cooked down. Reset. So I'm putting my baroma back on. So while it's cooking the tomato sauce in the bowl, it's going to be steaming the pumpkin in the top. Okay. So now my pumpkin is steamed, I'm just going to remove it and put it aside. And my tomato sauce, which smells absolutely amazing, guys, is done. So I'm just going to pour enough of the tomato sauce on the base of my baking dish just to cover it. The rest of it is going to go into a jug. Without cleaning my bowl, I'm now going to carry on to the filling of my cannelloni. So into my bowl, I'm going to add 50 grams of spinach. Now we're just going to chop them down. Okay, so now our spinach leaves have been chopped down. We're going to add 300 grams of ricotta cheese. Zero the scales. Okay. Half a teaspoon of salt. Some ground black pepper. An eighth of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And our steamed pumpkin. Now we're just going to mix all this together. Basically give it a quick blend. Okay. And this is the filling done for our cannelloni. As you can see, we've got quite a creamy mixture. So I'm just going to leave this to cool down for about 5 minutes. Alrighty, just before I start stuffing my cannelloni, what I'm also going to put into the mixture is a couple of handfuls of toasted pine nuts. Now if you've got a piping bag, you can pipe the mixture directly into the cannelloni, but I don't have that, so what I'm going to do is start stuffing them manually. So to stuff the cannelloni, all I'm going to do is use a teaspoon to push the filling straight down the middle. Alrighty. So, in my baking tray, I've got my stuffed cannelloni. What I've got to do now is just pour on top of that the rest of the tomato sauce. I'm also going to grate on top of this some Parmesan cheese. And about a tablespoon left over of my toasted pine nuts. So I'm going to cover this with tin foil and bake it for around 25 minutes, and then take the tin foil off and bake it for a further 10. Right, so here's my pumpkin and ricotta cannelloni fresh out of the oven. And it looks just like the picture. I'm now going to plate this up with a little bit of a side salad, and we're going to have dinner. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget, if you'd like to do a demo of a Thermomix, or you'd like to get a Thermomix on your bench top, get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.